The thing that
Do you
troubles me.
feel like if you was like a between 6 and 7 figure type of guy, do you think that the way you do you think that the way you, not, I ain't gonna say value women, but you know, lack of a better phrase, appreciate women might change.
So it's a tricky question for me, right? Only for me, because the first thing you have to accept as a fact, right, is that I've always been a six-figure nigga, right?
Okay.
Like, even as a kid, when I was hustling, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Niggas was out there getting, this is where Nick get the 300 a day shit from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
as a nigga, young nigga selling dope, if you wasn't making 300 a day, you might as well go get a fucking job. Why would you be fucking taking these penitentiary chances if you're not making 300 a day? You feel what I'm
He said
saying?
penitentiary chances.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where you was going, right?
Right. So, you know,
Right.
300 a day is, fucking uh like 11, like 100 and I think it's about
What he
116,000.
said, 300 from three people a day or something like that.
Well, that's what
That
he
was kind
said.
of okay.
That's what he said. He
Right.
put the X on it, right? But
Right.
I'm saying from 40 years ago, right?
Right.
It was, nigga, if you in the game, nigga, why are you not making 300 a day? So you're making 100,000, you just don't have 100,000.
Right.
Feel what I'm saying? But you making
Right.
it and you living
Right.
like that, right? Like, since
Right.
I've been 16, I've lived like my uncles who work hard as a motherfucker all day, all day life, right? Like,
Right.
I've literally lived like that. Same shit, Cadillacs, jewelry, fly ass fucking spots, all that shit, right? But my shit was real transient. It was like water. I never valued the money like I need to just stack up the money in a room so I could take a picture of it and say, nigga, I made $1 million. It would be
Right.
like, nigga, I made $1 million, but I had to count back to make sure that it was $1 million because I spent the 1,500,000 while I
Right.
was making that million. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Okay, so now you fast forward to, uh, 30 years, 25 years ago and shit, right? When I was in the game, and a nigga was making 150,000 a month. So again, you know what I'm saying? And a nigga had that money in his fucking hands and was on that level, making deals like that, spending 30,000 and all that kind of shit on the product and managing that shit, breaking that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
always been that kind of fucking business mind to me, right? Even when I ain't making it, right? Because I've had way more times in my life that I've been hustling where I've been making, you know, under subpar what a nigga should be making. But just because it's mine, you know what I'm saying? I would rather go make $27 in my own shit than to make $127 working for you. Because I figure if you paid me $127, then you made 400 off what I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me figure out a way to get to 300. That's just always how my mind works, right? So I'm always
Mm-hmm.
miserable in a real job. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to explain that shit to Sylvia one time, right? Sylvia was like, yeah, you go to work. I said, shit, I go play golf. I don't work. I wasn't saying I don't fucking go earn a living. I was saying I just can't stomach just going to fucking do all the work and giving another motherfucker the money. I'd rather go get the money myself, even if it's less. And that's how I've always been. So my mentality is still the same, right? Which is why I talk this shit, right? Because remember what I always say. I say, look, man, I'm in this box representing the niggas that won't say this shit to their wives because they'll be sleeping on the couch. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got to sleep on no couch, right? I do what the fuck I want. My life is totally different than the shit that I be talking about, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I encounter the same shit that I be talking about. I just
Right.
don't have as much of a tolerance for it because I know in the end, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I can go back to what I was doing before I met your ass. I ain't dug in like that. You feel what I'm saying? Most niggas are though. Most niggas is either married or they really, really love their woman enough to, look past the fuck shit. But then you get stuck in that rut, that arguing over the same shit over and over a fucking again. Same nothing shit too, right? The pushing and pulling for positioning in the fucking relationship. All that shit needs to fucking be established. You feel what I'm saying? And in my relationships, that shit is established. And the minute that we see that it ain't, then I go do something else, man. It's not like I just bounce though. I tell a motherfucker like over and over again, like, I'm fixing to get the fuck up out of here, right? Like, this shit ain't cool.